Welcome to Bits and Bones. I am Mortheous, and with me tonight we have Sammy and Joe. How are you gentlemen tonight?
I am amused by the internet and how endlessly retarded people are.
I would agree.
Um,
And just to continue a little retardation of our own, it is season four, season four, episode 20. So happy 420, gentlemen.
Damn, 420. Good thing I got a vape.
I don't even have beer yet, and I'm too sober for this. So I may have to excuse myself at some point. But real quick, also I just wanted to disclose for uh people, not that we have too many viewers right now. Uh, if anyone in the chat like wants to, like debate me, quote unquote, over the whole Candace Owens thing, this is the debate that happened today. This is not the platform to do it. This is a gaming show, and we're gonna stick to gaming.
As much as we can, absolutely.
So, catch me in DMs or whatever the kids are saying these days.
They should catch Sammy outside.
Yeah, indeed.
Yeah, that was like 15 years ago when I had to say it.
Yeah, I don't even know what Gen Z, what their language is anymore.
No, they're just offended.
Perpetually.
Yep. And victimhood, that's it.
And even though the two of us are crippled here, we're all straight white men, so we're fucked.
Yeah, the world hates us, and that's okay. We have video games.
Video games are our friend.
Yeah.
Abba Dabba, you my only
Speaking
friend.
Speaking of video games, I know a video game that you've enjoyed there, Sammy, is Mafia: The Old Country.
I haven't played it in about a year, but like with the new DLC coming out, like I am interested.
Yeah, definitely have an excuse to fire it back up and play the DLC because apparently it released today. This trailer that we'll play in a minute apparently got dropped last week, which I didn't see it drop last week, but I was going through things earlier this evening and like, oh, Sammy's going to be interested in this one, so we'll start out with Mafia: The Old Country, Man of Honor.
Mm-hmm.
Don Teresi.
Hi, I'm Josh Zammett, Design Director of Mafia: The Old Country's new Man of Honor expansion, and I'm excited to share this first look at gameplay. Set in the winter of 1905, this expansion brings us back to Enzo's story just a few months after his initiation into the Teresi crime family. Now, like the Sacred Code of Omerta, for this first look, we're keeping our main story chapters under wraps, and instead, we're diving straight into some of the exciting new content hitting Freeride. To kick things off, Man of Honor marks the return of legendary mafioso Ennio Salieri, before his rise to power as the infamous Don of Lost Heaven in Mafia 1. He's established a foothold at a warehouse in Porto El Moro.
I was hoping you'd drop by. I have a proposal for you.
Bringing a whole new gauntlet of challenges to test your mettle. You'll face brutal standoffs, take on elite assassinations, and tear through high-speed races like the Vineyard Tour. But Salieri's most lucrative opportunities come in the form of jobs, a series of unique contracts scattered around the valley that will test your skills under fire and fill everyone's pockets. In one job, you'll infiltrate a citrus farm to take out rival whiskey runners and steal their delivery truck. In others, you'll be thrown into high-intensity shootouts where you'll need to take out the competition to succeed. Or you could find yourself being towed in a valuable car, having to fight for your life against a gang of vicious thieves. Salieri isn't here to play games. There's hard work to be done, and you'll need to pack the right tools for the job if you want to get paid. Here, we're clearing the way with the new pump-action shotgun. It trades range for capacity, packing 10 shells to give you the upper hand in close-range combat. If you need a little more firepower, the Precisione Speciale rifle has a chance to fire highly volatile exploding rounds and completely shatter enemy defenses. For stealth aficionados, the Rimbalzu is a unique throwing knife that bounces to an extra target, allowing you to pull off clean multi-kills with a single throw. We've also added some fun new charms to Pasquale's store, like the Dolce Morte. When equipped, defeated enemies will occasionally drop reward fruit that allow you to patch up your health and pocket some extra denarii. And of course, you'll need a way to get around the Sicilian countryside in style. This DLC introduces new classic cars and vintage rides, perfect for outrunning your enemies or going for a golden hour cruise through the vineyards. This is only a glimpse of what's waiting for you in Man of Honor. Find out what else we have in store on August 14th.
Holy cow, that's today.
Yep. That's part of the reason why I wanted to start off with that, because like, hey, it just launched today. I'm honestly surprised Sammy didn't realize this was coming out. Like,
I knew it was coming out, but when I first heard about it, like Max had still like just passed, so I kind of like zoned out over it.
right.
Basically. Well, let me see.
Everything that I'm seeing about it, Sammy, is it's like a $10 DLC, which isn't bad at all.
Oh no, if it's let's see.
Yeah, I'm just trying to pull it up myself, making sure I got that right. Fine now.
Yeah, it's only $10.
Nice. Can't argue with that, son.
Not at all.
But I figured we'd start the show off with this because I know you played the base game when it came out last year, and figured it'd be a good way to start off the show positively. Because unfortunately, we're definitely not going to be all positive this week.
I do have one quick question, which I'm assuming you don't know. It's more of like a, it's probably one that you can't. It's one more to speculate. But you've played Mafia. You've played Mafia: The Old Country, right?
Correct. Yeah, I have played it now.
Okay. So you know how the game ends then, and spoiler alert for a game that's like a year and a half old, Enzo, he doesn't make it. So I'm wondering exactly when how they're going to integrate this into the story.
I think if I caught it right when the director was talking about it, it was a type of prequel DLC in a way.
Yeah, so it must like take place
in like flashbacks or something.
Yeah, so like I wonder if it's like one of those things where I'm gonna have to do like a brand new playthrough, or if I can like load my
Load the current save and just go.
yeah, even though like I've already completed the the game on that save.
Right. That's not something that I would know offhand, but I'm sure we can.
Well, I guess I'll just have to do a playthrough and find out.
Right.
So
Oh darn! You're gonna have to replay the game. Oh no.
yeah, I might even have to my playthrough videos do pretty good when I stream them. So
Yeah. Might just stream the game because it's people like watching people play video games, especially if you're better than DSP.
that's not a very high bar though, sir.
Do you guys watch? Do you
I
guys
agree.
watch people play video games?
On occasion.
I never tune in for the whole entire thing, but like
I watch
when
Sammy play video games.
when Max used to play like video games, I would tune in for that. So
I watch. To answer the question, I watch my friends play video games.
yeah, same here.
Yeah, I was just wondering. I watch some streams. It just depends on the game, I suppose. And if you know the streamer.
Right. Now on to a little not so great news. Apparently, CDPR was working on at least one multiplayer game, and it was announced earlier this week that there's layoffs at the studio.
Oh darn, who would have thunk it?
Right. CDPR confirms layoffs on the Witcher multiplayer spinoff. The statement nearly 4 years since it was announced. So they've been working on it for 4 years and laying people off. That's great. CDPR has confirmed layoffs on the Witcher multiplayer spinoff, codename Sirius. First reported by Kotaku. Nine staff working on the game were cut, so not everybody, but still almost some people not nothing. In a statement issued to IGN, CD Projekt confirmed four staff in the Boston office and five in Warsaw headquarters lost their jobs, with nine others told they could apply for potential roles on other projects. As of April 30th, Project Sirius had 83 staff working on it. Number is now presumably closer to 60. We adjusted the size of the Sirius team to reflect the project's needs at this stage of development. CD Projekt said. As a result, 4 people in Boston and 5 in Warsaw are leaving the company. It sucks that when anybody loses their job, but fortunately or unfortunately, during COVID, a lot of studios, including CDPR, overhired people, so now they're correcting.
Yeah,
How would that happen? Come on.
well,
How?
here's my whole thing though more like this may be a bit of a hot take, but like I'm actually not all that disappointed.
Oh,
Um,
I'm not really broken up either. People that I am familiar with in the company are still there, so I don't know exactly who was let go and who is staying on.
well, my question is, was the Witcher 3 team working on this multiplayer game? Because if so, that would have been a bummer. But like, if not,
My understanding, most of the Witcher 3 team that's still at the studio is currently working on Witcher 4.
okay. So the Blood of Dawn Walker was only like a fraction of the team.
Right. If I had to estimate, probably almost a 50-50 split broke off from CDPR to make Rebel Wolves.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
So yeah, not the entire team left. No.
I thought it was more like a Sam and Dan Hauser situation where basically the entire like OG Rockstar team left to start their own thing, which is what Dan and Sam Hauser have done now, basically.
Right. No, it's not to that extent. Like I said, my numbers may be off. Mine are just an estimate. I think it's something close to a 50-50 split as far as Witcher 3 team that's still at CDPR as compared to Rebel Wolves.
Okay. Yeah, well, I mean, okay, then I guess it is kind of a bummer that the multiplayer game is you know gone then, but still, like, I don't know.
Yep, we've got Polaris, aka Witcher 4, that's still in development. We've got Serious. The multiplayer game's still in development. It's just a smaller team than it was. Then we've got The Witcher's 1 remake. It's being held. It's mostly being developed by an independent studio in conjunction with CDPR. Fool Theory. They're basically a partner studio at this point. And then you've got Cyberpunk 2 Orion, which it'll require between 350 and 500 developers to get that studio get that game going and out the door. Looks like, and Hadar, or CDPR's first original IP, officially began work on its own original IP after developing games for existing properties for close to 20 years. Very little is known about Hadar.
Now I have a I know we're still mainly on The Witcher, but before I forget, did you see that like Keanu Reeves is interested in coming back to the Cyberpunk?
I did see that. That would be pretty cool. Whether that be uh, the Cyberpunk sequel or something that they don't want to announce yet. Either way, it would be pretty cool. Give me anything Keanu Reeves related, and I'll consume it.
You guys know he's working on a Constantine sequel, right?
I did hear that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I
need to go rewatch that first one because I remember it was good, but I mean, it's Keanu Reeves. It's worth watching again.
Right. Shit, Constantine was what, 20 years
It was
ago?
a while ago. That was around his Matrix days.
Shit.
Yeah.
And I knew it was a while ago, but damn. I mean, still good, still.
Yeah. I mean, go back and watch Devil's Advocate too.
Right.
Fucking great movie.
I started rewatching the show Mad Men like last week, and that show is that show came out in 2007 initially. So
Nice.
Wow.
almost 20 years ago.
No shit. What was I doing in 2007? Probably very drunk. Yeah, 27, I was very drunk. Not watching Mad Men. I don't even think I had cable then.
The other story that I had for this week I thought was interesting, and I've got two articles related to it, and apparently playing video games for old guys like us is good. We've got a
Now, to be fair, I know I give you guys crap, but like in all reality, you guys aren't actually. I mean, 40's not really that old at all, gentlemen. But
no, but
like,
it's fun to meme about being old.
it is. But like actual elders are having, you know, are playing games now, I guess.
Right. That's part of the reason. What the article that I got back from 2020. Video games show potential in improving key aspects of memory in older adults. Being exposed to environment filled with novel stimuli can benefit cognition, including memory. Studies have shown that rodents placed in enriched environments compared to sparse environments experience increased generation of nerve cells and uh, brain regions that are critical for memory encoding and retrieval. Humans may also experience similar neurological benefits from novel environments. However, this exposure can be hindered by those who remain indoors, potentially due to viral pandemics, which of course, it's going to mention that because it's a 2020 article, or mobility impairments. And let's face it, Sammy and I are mobility impaired, but we get outside, we touch grass.
We touch grass, but I will say this, that like as a kid, um like playing video games was like a great way for me to make
Make
friends
friends.
Yeah.
and like just be a normal dude with like able-bodied friends, just because like like most kids were like running. This is how much things have changed since I was a kid, like 25 years ago. But like kids used to play outside and you know uh roughhouse and whatnot, like a lot. And uh I would try and get out side with them, but like obviously there was stuff that I couldn't do. So like playing video games really was kind of that, like avenue for us to play sports and
Right.
do
Yeah,
some of the
yeah,
stuff.
me, I had also had video games like you're saying, but and I also played Magic the Gathering, like I've mentioned many times. I played Magic the Gathering probably like middle teens to probably just until about 5 or 6 years ago, because it's to me it was a mentally stimulating game, and it, basically the way I describe it to people that don't understand card games, uh, past quote unquote normal card games, is Magic is like chess in card form.
Dude, it was so hard for me to try to follow that game. My friends tried endlessly to get me to play that and try to explain it to me. And I was just too stupid.
Yeah, sometimes it doesn't click. I know a bunch of people that Magic didn't click for.
It's like trying to read music notes on paper and translate them for me. That's how it is. Like, I don't see how it works. How people put that together, it's great. It just doesn't work out of my brain that way.
Yeah, I can definitely see it being confusing, and unfortunately, the way my brain works, I can't explain it usually for some, uh, for people to understand it. So I literally have the magic rule book that I keep around.
Yeah.
The good news is that novel environments uh, can be delivered virtually to the homebound, according to the NIA supported researchers recently discovered that video games may be used to enhance cognitive health in older adults. The findings were recently published in behavioral brain research for study. Individuals between 60 and 80 years of age were recruited. Researchers hypothesized that the novel and three-dimensional environment of Super Mario would confer more cognitive benefits than upon individuals than those conferred by familiar two-dimensional games solitaire. Despite being two-dimensional in nature, Angry Birds gameplay was also poised to confer cognitive benefits due to its novelty for the older population. The study participants in each of these uh, three video game conditions played 30 to 45 minutes per day for 4 weeks. During this time, and 4 weeks after daily gameplay, and the researchers conducted a series of memory tests. While memory performance was equivalent across groups prior to engaging in video game play, 2 weeks of Angry Birds or Super Mario gameplay resulted in an uh, improved recognition memory. Memory continued to improve after an additional 2 weeks for Super Mario players compared to solitaire players, and these improvements persisted after daily gameplay ended. Uh, no additional memory improvements were found in Angry Birds players. I just think it's funny the games that they chose to have the older people play, which, hey, whatever.
I do have a funny story with that. So my grandfather on my mom's side was like a big Call of Duty or no, it wasn't Call of Duty. It was do either of you gentlemen remember the Medal of Honor series?
Yep.
Like
Yeah.
yeah, that was his go-to game. Great series, by the way, and that's one of the reasons why I became like a World War II history buff, as well. But like I remember when I think it was like Call of Duty, I think it might have been like Black Ops 2. It was one of the ones where they went into space or something. I remember he was like in his early 80s. He didn't like that one because I guess the motion made him dizzy or something like that. I don't know. So, but yeah, he loved shooters back in the day.
That's cool. Yeah, actually, speaking of that, I saw a article a couple weeks ago now. Hold on. Saw an article a couple weeks ago now where this elderly gentleman, honestly probably like 70 or 80, uh, was smoking the younger players in like Call of Duty. It was a fascinating article. I wish I had saved them now, honestly.
One of the videos, we don't need to play it on air, but if you have if either of you gentlemen have time after the show to watch, I think it's
Criminy,
oh,
how's it going, guys?
Hey, Ethan.
pretty good, Tim. One of the videos that you guys should watch if you have the chance to is old people play Grand Theft Auto.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I've heard about this.
It is. I think it's like a call. I think it's like a. I think it's like I think it's either like a Game Informer video or it might even be IGN, but it's actually hilarious because like all of the grandfathers are like running people over and like like having fun with it, and then all the grandmothers are like, "My goodness, this is so violent," except for one grandmother who's like a psycho and totally getting into it. It's hilarious.
That sounds funny as hell.
So what's up, Timmy?
So can I actually say this is kind of getting real damn annoying with like having the mobile kind of like app. I was trying to go ahead and get on since I couldn't get to my computer. And then like when I was trying to click the link, it just redirected to me to the startup to go ahead and get like the app, which I didn't need. I just need to go ahead and join in.
Right. Yeah. Rumble Studio is homo like that on mobile, unfortunately.
That's what was happening to me the last couple of weeks.
It used to be not like that.
Yeah, I know.
I've been and just to let you gentlemen know, I have been trying to reach out to the app support team and like tell them to to fix their stuff, but they don't want to. I guess they don't want to talk to me since I'm not like a premium creator for them anymore. So whatever.
And if they're not going to listen to you, then fuck me. But and now I've got the article that actually spawned my interest in this topic for this week. A study that was apparently done in 2025. Researchers at the neuro brain exercise neural show a brain exercise yields benefits for elderly adults. A McGill University led clinical trial is the first in humans to show online brain training exercises can improve brain networks affecting
What?
Basically, playing video games is good for your brain, Tim.
Hooray!
When you get older. Right now, it's not doing shit except for.
Sorry about that, guys. I don't know what the hell happened there.
Right now, it's just giving you a cheap thrill, but it's going to help you when you're older.
About the study, effects of computerized cognitive training on vascular. No idea. Transporter levels. Oh, video games are healthy for older adults. Yay!
Hooray! I'm glad that people found it, and I found out like with this study, so I'm glad. And also, not only that, like we do need something that's actually like brain activity, kind of like thing, especially for developing kids and also for older adults.
Agreed.
Unfortunately, I can't think for shit, so I mean that ain't gonna help me.
The only other thing that I really had for this week was the launch trailer for Cognition Method that's coming out on September 1st. It's the other game in September that I'm pretty excited to see a launch for. It's a team of like three indie developers. I'll just pull up the trailer. It's the space puzzle game that I've been telling you guys about, and that I even did a video for about 6 months ago of early gameplay.
Let's see it.
Dad, do astronauts ever go missing out there?
Hey, there's no one here.
What about the suits?
All gone.
I guess we know where they went.
I don't follow.
The crew was studying the object. Weeks ago, they discovered a way to enter it. Inside, they found something incredible.
Yeah, that's the launch trailer for Cognition Method coming out September 1st. Full disclosure, I've been in their Discord for the last multiple years, helping them like bug test and whatnot. I just thought it would be cool to share the launch trailer since they're launching soon. Don't know if that's a game that any of you gentlemen would play, but I figured it was at least sharing.
It didn't look too bad, actually. A little space adventure.
Little space adventure. Basic story is they're all of humanity is now in living on Mars, and they're the cube that they showed is it's like another world that they've discovered, and they're trying. You have to find the crew that's gone missing inside the cube.
Jeez, that sounds like it could go all sorts of bad.
Oh yeah, it's been pretty interesting.
Huh. It does look pretty dope.
Playing the development build has been pretty fun, and it's definitely a game that I'll be streaming once it's officially released. Did any of you gentlemen have something that you wanted to talk about before we really get going?
Not really a whole bunch.
I mean, if you want, we can talk a little bit about.
Did you Did you guys already know about like GTA 6 having like a kind of like a subscription based service?
Oh, I didn't hear about the subscription-based service, but I did hear about the Netflix thing that's coming up with GTA 6.
Oh joy.
I guess there's a trailer coming out later in August that's got like a 6 hour premium, quote unquote, premium window if you subscribe to Netflix.
Okay. Huh.
Yeah. I did hear about like the GTA preview. Here's the thing. And I can say this for certain because this was one of the final conversations that Max and I actually had. Uh, neither of us are neither of us were really interested in GTA 6 because since the original team was gone, we were afraid that the new team would wokeify it basically.
Yeah. It's looking like it.
So it's currently not available in my country. Oh, shit! Hold on. There we go. Currently not available in my country. Extended look, but see. See the premiere of extended look GTA 6. Next evolution of groundbreaking Grand Theft Auto series on August 27th.
Huh.
I just think it's funny that they give me a oh no, title currently isn't available in my country. You fuckers really don't want me to buy GTA 6. Okay, fine.
Yeah, well, I mean, what more? Like, I don't know. I've always thought that GTA was like overhyped as far as like franchises go, and again, like the price tag for me is like gonna be a big thing.
Yeah, it's basically a $100 game for the quote unquote full game. Because sure, it's got a $80 price tag, but there's a bunch of shit you're not getting at $80.
Very true.
But I did just see this on come through my timeline. Legal expert says stop killing games. Aim is more complicated than people think. Yeah, that's kind of why they're fighting for things. Uh, Stop killing games idea having laws protecting gamers is complicated. Uh, okay, I'm going to stop it right there. Why is it complicated to quote unquote protect gamers, but protecting other consumers isn't?
Yeah, I don't get it. I might have to go ahead and look at the context of the article if you want to go ahead and send me the link real quick.
Yeah, let me just I'll throw that in the chat in our DMs.
Yeah, because I mean, there is some weird things with it, and it just doesn't make a lot of sense. I'll tell you what. Right.
All right. All right. In our group chat there, Tim.
Okay.
Stop killing games launched in 2024 with the idea being that it would it could force some change and how developers treat games once they've ceased active development on it. Stop Killing Games may have a mismatch in ideas. Speaking to games business, Dr. Celia Quanten, who is the director of policy and public affairs at Flux Digital Policy, said that while an ideal solution is suggested, it may not work out as planned. One of the concerns is there's a mismatch between what people might be calling for and what is possible, not necessarily just technologically, but also when it comes to existing legislation, how existing legislation works, whether it's consumer protection or IP law, as well as the practical implementation of it. So basically, she's trying to give the gaming industry as much out as possible to not not preserve games.
There is also that video, and I think it wouldn't be that bad to go ahead and like at least play it, and then we can actually react to it.
All right.
It might be just like a small snippet. Oh, it's a 57-minute thing. Nope, never mind. We'll have to watch it next
This
week. And then we
week,
can go ahead
is
and
the
get
Stop
like,
Killing
updates on it. We'll go ahead and get
Yeah,
like snippets next week.
Yeah, I'll save it and we'll cover this next week. Yeah, hour long.
Well, and also like the main things we were just asking for is like people to go ahead and set up like a server on like their own personal kind of like file, and then like if somebody wants to go ahead and play like on their own kind of like dedicated server, let that happen, and also have like the source code for it.
Right. We want a peer-to-peer option.
Yeah, and also like another thing, like there's so many games that just have like everything has to be connected to the internet. It's not like what we had like with regular single player games, which is kind of sad.
Right. We shouldn't have to have single player games. I get it with most multiplayer games, but you shouldn't have to have single player games that affect nobody else connected to the internet.
Yeah, I mean, look, I get piracy. Like, I actually do, for the sake of argument, like I actually do understand, the whole piracy concerns, with development and whatnot and all that stuff because look, the games do cost a lot of money to develop and companies should be paid for it, right? I understand that, but the way in which DRM is applied is ridiculous and like also
and these days in 2026 it's easily trackable.
Yeah, and also like it's not a crime necessarily for me to go over to my friend's house with a disc and like let them borrow it or
They're sure as hell trying to make it that way though, unfortunately.
Yeah, they're making it difficult because they want to go ahead and make more money off of it, which I definitely understand, but it is kind of like a little bit too much.
Making some of the money isn't acceptable. They want to make all of the money.
It is getting a little bit too much. It is getting like to the point where like are these guys really caring about what their jobs or are they just caring about like the immediate? And it's unfortunate.
Unfortunately, they're going after the immediate and satisfying shareholders and not gamers. Which I'm sorry, video game companies. If people that actually play your product aren't happy, your investors aren't going to be happy because your product won't sell.
Oh, did you hear everything about like Bethesda losing a bunch of people too?
I did hear they did a protest and a bunch of people got fired. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, if they haven't been making anything ever since, like, I don't know, Starfield and everything else like that, and also, like, good quality game titles, I kind of don't blame them. I mean, the only thing that really came out that was actually really good was, like, Doom. And that was, by id. It's technically its own standalone thing, even though it's, like, owned by Bethesda, technically.
Yeah, I mean, we're still waiting for. I mean, the meme is that we're still going to be waiting for, Half-Life 3 when all of us are in, the nursing home. But
What do you mean? We had Half Life Alex. We had something better. I'm kidding.
I couldn't tell if you were kidding or not with the tone of your voice.
It's a good poker voice here, Timmy.
Half-Life Alex is Half-Life 2.5.
Isn't Half-Life Alex just like a VR version
Yes.
of?
Yes.
Okay, that's like I've never played it, so I don't, I don't even know. Like I couldn't even comment on it if I wanted to.
Don't worry, Max is yelling at me from his own grave. Like,
Oh, believe me, Max was doing that to me this morning.
oh, so, quick question. I'm so sorry to go ahead and sidetrack because I mean technically it's at the end of the show and might as well bullshit anyways. How was the Wilson versus Candace Owens debate? There wasn't really so much of a debate. It seemed like.
Do you guys mind if we open up this topic on the show or?
It's the end. Go ahead.
Well, okay, so basically, and I actually have like an article I just wrote on this, which I sent to the group chat. We don't have to blow it up, but I mean, Mort was there for the first half. My impression was uh, this debate really didn't like change anyone's mind, as I predicted it wouldn't on Wednesday night. Basically, Candace had a golden opportunity to explain why she thought Tyler Robinson was innocent, and not once in the whole entire like 4-hour thing did she do that. And I hate to just like read through my stuff, but I might as well.
Might as well set up an excerpt. I mean, like the way I'm thinking about it is that she was only wanting to go in and gain attention, and she got the attention, and now it's just she was lying out of her ass for it.
Yeah,
for the hour that I watched, I'm like, okay, so we're getting nothing of substance here. It's just two people that have a platform that aren't agreeing with each other, aren't going to agree with each other, and we're not really going to see any quote unquote evidence that people are going to agree on.
right, and I mean, to be fair, I think, I mean, Patrick Bet-Davis, overall, I liked him as moderator, but I think he fucked up by asking Andrew to first prove that that Ty Robinson was guilty, because that is the popular narrative, right? That Tyler Robinson is guilty. All the evidence appears to basically, show that he's guilty anyway. If I were moderator, and this is putting aside my feelings about Candace Owens, but like, okay, she's the one coming in with the common with the contrarian view, right? That Tyler Robinson is somehow innocent. Maybe not that he's innocent, but that he's a patsy, right? That's what she's been claiming. And if I were the debate moderator, I would have started off. In fact, let me scroll down to what I would have asked. Let me see if I can find here.
And just let me know where you want me to scroll, Sammy.
Excuse me.
Let's see. Scroll down to the section where it says, I also had one problem with Andrew Wilson's side of the debate.
Okay, got it.
Okay, so let me just read from here. And yeah, I know it's my own article, but still. While I thought Wilson generally performed better, I didn't agree with every aspect of how the discussion was structured. Early on, Patrick Bet-David asked Wilson to defend the proposition that Robinson was responsible for Kirk's assassination. That isn't necessarily an unreasonable debate question, particularly because Wilson has argued publicly that the evidence against Wilson is overwhelming. But I would have structured the opening differently. Owens is the person making the much more extraordinary departure from the publicly presented case. She isn't merely saying that prosecutors haven't yet proven guilt beyond a reasonable doubt. She has described Robinson as a patsy and suggested much broader forces were responsible for Kirk's death. I therefore would have started by handing Owens the floor. Explain the case. Forget Andrew Wilson for 10 minutes. Forget Erica Kirk. Forget personalities. Forget audience reactions. Tell us chronologically and specifically, why do you believe Tyler Robinson did not kill Charlie Kirk? Then, what evidence supports that conclusion? And finally, if Robinson didn't do it, what do you believe actually happened? That would have immediately established something the debate spent far too long dancing around. Whether Owens actually possesses an affirmative case or merely doubts individual pieces of the prosecution's case. Those aren't interchangeable. So that's and there is more to that, but that's basically the crux of my problem with the debate. She's the one with the outrageous claims that she's making, and she had a golden opportunity to address these questions that I just mentioned, and she didn't. And I will say this: I don't think Patrick Bet-David pushed her, enough on the points I just mentioned, nor did Andrew, to be fair.
Agreed.
I agree definitely, and I think one of the things that look, I actually like Andrew Wilson. I think he's really good, but he's not much of a good debater. He isn't really like he talks to other people like that. He's been doing this for a long time, but like especially with like people, let's say for example with the Whatever podcast, it just seems like a little bit too much of like kind of like views on his kind of point or on his
Yeah.
part. And then also like he talked to what the fuck is that dumbass's name?
Destiny.
That, and then also Berean perspective apologetics, because he's Orthodox, and that other fat boy is Protestant. So it was just like really shit flinging kind of retarded dog shit, I guess I would say.
Well, I mean, that's the whole thing, right? And I can't really speak to. I've seen clips of Andrew Wilson, but this was really my first, like, I guess, long form exposure to him, right? Like, I'm not really like a fanboy. Like, people think I hate Andrew Wilson, and I don't. Like, I'm not a fanboy, but I'm not like a hater either. I'm just like indifferent. I think he's made some good points. I think he's a bit misogynistic unnecessarily at times, but hey, a lot of people in the conservative space, can be, right?
Yeah, but and that's like another thing. Like, I really don't get why of the misogyny.
Let me finish though, Tim.
Sorry,
My whole point is that, like, he's used to going on the what from what I've seen of him, he's used to going on the whatever podcast and debating these OnlyFans hoes, which, let's face it, Mort and I could do that in 5 seconds without needing to be like professional debaters. Same thing with like a lot of these like online lefties. You just kind of turn their questions back on them and they fall apart. Candace is, I do believe she's a lefty, but she's a smart one. And so I don't think Andrew's really snark approach was as great as he thought it was. So,
and that's a problem when you're kind of like used to like giving a snark approach. That there is going to be something of like, oh, well, I get to just go ahead and give a debate just like what I usually do every single time. And also, I remember he was talking to uh, Malik or Muhammad something, and he was talking about like the reason why like Muslim countries are way worse than the West is because they had cousin marriages. And it's like that's such a terrible argument, and it's fucking retarded. Like, is this how you actually want to go and debate?
well, again, there's like a whole cottage industry of debate now, which more phrased it best in in private chat. Basically, debates now have become internet blood sports, and like, ironically, Mortheous, I hate to be dark with this, but like, we're in a case now where, like, because Charlie Kirk is dead, it literally is like blood sports.
Unfortunately.
Well, I agree to disagree. I think there is a decent form of internet debates that have been doing very well. I'd probably say, like, for example, religious debates, like for Islam and then also Christianity, have been doing very well. Um, Sometimes they can devolve into shit flinging, but I mean, it is kind of fun at the same time, although that they are, intellectually captive. I think the one thing for like political and social commentary issues, they have truly devolved into shit flinging and acting like a bunch of monkeys, just you know, screaming and crying and bitching and moaning.
Yeah, no, I agree.
And also, like, I will say, like, there's not very much of like peaceful debates as much anymore.
No, because they don't attract views or anything like people always ask like Sam, why are your viewpoint why don't your shows get like thousands of views on YouTube and whatnot, and it's like, well, I've kind of come to realize that like my shows unfortunately are not edgy enough for the algorithm.
We're not edgy enough, and we don't fling shit enough.
We're too edgy to get like to get past like the left wing censors, but we're not edgy enough to like ride the algorithm train.
Right. We're not edgy enough to ride the grifter train.
Yeah, I agree.
Because
And
we're too level-headed. We're too willing to hear both sides out.
we're all like I think one of the great things about like the Whitfield report is because it does have a level head on itself, and it despite it becoming coming from a conservative side, I mean at least we're giving people the benefit of the doubt, even with the like crazy things that Max said before. Like it was always very quite level headed.
Well,
It was very
that's
fun. It's all about having fun rather than chickling and dog shit coming
Right.
around.
Even with Max's shenanigans, you could tell if he was being serious.
well the thing that nobody ever realized is that like, and again this goes back to just like people on the internet kind of being dumb. What nobody understood was whenever Max would would do his like schizo rants where he was talking about moon men and bunnies and lizard people and just like gobbledygook nonsense. What he was doing was basically parroting like basically insane schizophrenic people on the internet, but he was doing it like in person, so it looked bizarre, right? Because it is, but like basically there are walls of text that are just that insane online.
Yeah. It just a lot of people don't really get it, and a lot of people are just kind of silly in that kind of regard. They really just want to go ahead and see like the hedgy kind of shit rather than the actual level headed points that people will go ahead and give.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, that's honestly what I have. I mean, I'm hoping next week we can go ahead and watch that one interview, and then we'll go ahead and talk a little bit about the Stop Killing Games. Is there anything else that you guys have?
Yeah, I'm pretty well set. I hadn't had a medical issue last week. I had something for last week, but I don't really want to rehash that. I don't really want to get into that because it's an involved topic that would take another hour, and it's not doesn't interest me because it's not in the news anymore. Unfortunately, or fortunately.
And plus more I joke, but like also I imagine that after after having a medical thing last week, you don't want to bring up a topic that would potentially induce another medical stress for you.
Yeah, no.
Well,
I do enough stressful things. I don't. Yep.
God bless you, bud. I'll have you in my prayers, okay?
Thank you. I'm doing good. It was
Daddy,
a minor thing.
you sleep on your call.
No show last week.
Look.
Oh.
But yeah, if that's all we got, thank you, gentlemen, for coming like always. Thanks to the audience, and we'll talk to everybody next week.
Peace.